Madam Clerk, open court, please.
Oyez, oyez. Silence is commanded for the justices of the Supreme Court of Kentucky while they are sitting. All those having pleas to make or causes to prosecute, draw nigh, and you shall be heard. This court is now in session. God save the Commonwealth, and God save this honorable court.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning, everyone, and by everyone, I mean everyone. What a wonderful crowd of supporters the new attorneys have here today. Thank you for being here. I'm Chief Justice Deborah Hembry Lambert, and on behalf of my court, I would like to welcome each of you. And this is a very special occasion for us because we are here today sitting without our brother justices and are here with only our sister justices. So this is kind of fun for us. For those of you who are into statistics, this is the first time we've had a female majority on the court. So so before we get started, I'd like to start with Justice Goodwine and let her introduce herself and give congratulatory remarks.
I'm Justice Pamela Goodwine, and I serve the 5th Appellate District. And I want to extend hearty congratulations to all of the new lawyers. This is exciting for all of us to see you take the oath of office. So again, congratulations.
Good morning. I'm Justice Angela Bissig. I join my colleagues in giving you a hearty welcome on this auspicious day. And to our new lawyers, from this oath, it seems like one more step in the process, but really it is the final step in what I know has been a very long journey for you. And you will be a lawyer not just when you go to work every day, but at all times of your life, to be a counselor and wisdom giver for your friends and family. So we congratulate you, we congratulate the family members who've gone on this journey with you, and I look forward to seeing you be sworn in this morning.
Good morning. My name is Michelle Keller, and I'm the justice from the 6th Appellate District. And this court does look a lot different than it used to when I was sitting in your seats. It is so wonderful to see your happy faces today because this is the culmination of a lot of work. I love seeing the colors and the suits and the outfits and just the joy. It reminds me of the day that I was sworn in as a new attorney. I also want to welcome back to this court our former court clerk, Susan Clary, and my former colleague and friend who will address us this morning, and I'm looking forward to hearing her remarks. Enjoy today and remember it forever.
Thank you, ladies. We're here today in a different place than we normally are. We're normally at the Capitol, but as some of you are well aware, we are having extensive renovations done to the Capitol. And so this building, the Administrative Office of the Courts, is the, if you would, mothership of our united and unified court system in Kentucky. And you may get invitations to attend trainings here in this very room later on. So hopefully you'll feel welcome to come back again many, many times. And because we are without a courtroom, we like to say we have gavel will travel, and we are traveling all over the state to different locations and different courthouses, colleges, universities. So before we move on today, I want to invite you, if you hear of us being in your area, to come and hear an oral argument. In 1957, the president of the American Bar Association, Charles Rhine, envisioned a day that we would celebrate our legal system. And the following year, President Dwight Eisenhower made that vision a reality by proclaiming Law Day as a day of national dedication to our great heritage of liberty, justice, and equality under the law. Each year, Law Day provides a new opportunity for us to expand the awareness of our legal and judicial system and its impact on our everyday lives. It offers us a chance to reflect on our nation's constitutional heritage and to appreciate the vital contributions and informed and active citizenry makes to our constitutional government. The theme for this year's Law Day is the rule of law and the American dream. And for many in this room, the young folks up here on the front rows, you have gone a long way toward establishing yourself at the beginning, perhaps, of your American dream. And others may be joining the legal field after you've taken another path, and that's perfectly fine. Regardless of where or how you started, this year's theme could not ring truer for such an occasion. As attorneys, you will assist many, many others in their efforts to attain the American dream. It gives us a chance, this theme gives us a chance to reflect and recognize the power of that dream for each of us. So I want to encourage you to embrace the theme and take a moment to pause and celebrate this tremendous accomplishment. As one of my fellow Lady Justices mentioned, this helps us to remember the time when we were here in Frankfurt being sworn in. I happened to have a 4.5-year-old on my hip when I was enjoying the company afterwards. That 4.5-year-old is now a practicing attorney. So pause, take a moment with your family, and enjoy the specialness of this day, because there's a lot of hard work to come in the coming days. All right, now to the centerpiece of today's remarks. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our former clerk of the Kentucky Supreme Court, Ms. Susan Clary. Ms. Clary has certainly served the court for many years, but a lot of those roles were varied. She retired in 2020 after serving during the terms of 3 different Chief Justices at the court. She is most recognizable to the public in her opening of the court, as Clerk Bing did, and she opened court for hundreds of those oral arguments over the years, and she, of course, as clerk, was in charge of maintaining the record across thousands of cases. Before her appointment as the Supreme Court clerk, she had served as general counsel and court administrator for the Supreme Court, and prior to that, she was general manager for the Department of Juvenile Services at the Administrative Office of the Courts, where she developed and implemented the statewide court-designated worker program. She was also the administrative assistant for Chief Justice of Kentucky Robert F. Stevens and the law clerk for Justice James B. Stevens' son of the 7th Supreme Court District. Ms. Clary has served in many positions on the board of National Conference of Appellate Court Clerks, including president from 2009 to 2010. Her awards include the 2012 President's Special Services Award from the Kentucky Bar Association, the 2010 Professional Achievement Alumni Award from the UK College of Law, and a 2010 Certificate of Appreciation for Distinguished Services from the NCACC. She now continues to serve the Commonwealth as the Executive Director of the Executive Branch Ethics Commission. Ms. Clary earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Kentucky and her Juris Doctorate from the UK College of Law. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Susan Clary for remarks, please.
Thank you. Can you tell from all of that that I'm old? Thank you, Chief Justice Lambert and justices of this court. This means so much to me. It's such an honor to participate in this very special ceremony where our law applicants will take their constitutional oath of office. And to be here today means a lot after all these years of helping organize this event. And I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize Gina Hill, who's probably standing against the wall because she didn't want to take a seat, who helped me all those years with the duties at the Supreme Court, serving there 27 years. Since our first law day in 1990, rain or shine, we gather annually to celebrate new admittees to the bar, and as Chief Justice Lambert said, to reflect on how the rule of law ensures the rights of all Americans to live their lives as freely as possible and to pursue their dreams. Whether you're a first-generation attorney like me, or you're carrying on your family tradition in the law, each of you has now accomplished a part of your own American dream. And no doubt your family and friends, numerous family and friends back there, have also seen a big part of their American dream fulfilled by you. Your hard work's been rewarded. You've successfully navigated law school. You've survived the rigors of the bar exam. And now you stand before the Supreme Court of Kentucky to be admitted to the practice of law as the Commonwealth's newest attorneys at law and officers of the court. If you'll indulge me just a minute, I would speak briefly to you about what I believe is the importance of the oath of office you will be taking today. And I do mean briefly because I know I stand between you and the administration of that historic oath. Since the time of the signing of the Mayflower Compact in 1620, Americans have recognized that freedom is protected by the rule of law. Before disembarking from the ship, they signed that document and agreed to community rules to ensure their survival in this new land. The words of the preamble to our Declaration of Independence resound with these same principles. You know these. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These words are more than beautiful prose. They had meaning then, they have more meaning now. Life, the term was not so obvious at their time. It was a new concept that people in power, no person is above the law, and no person is to be unjustly persecuted by it. Liberty, the freedom to decide how to conduct your life in accord with the law. Pursuit of happiness. Attorneys were wordsmiths. When you first hear that, you think, oh, that may be a little trivial, but it's not. It includes the ability of all of us to live meaningfully, to improve yourself, and to pursue your own selected goals. All of your achievements that we celebrate with you today embody your pursuit of happiness. So now you stand ready to take your place in this history and to take the constitutional oath of office. Some of you have no doubt heard, and I think I'll remark to you, ask if any of you had dueled. You've heard of the dueling provision in the oath, where you swear you haven't fought a duel with deadly weapons within this state nor out of it, and you haven't assisted anyone in that. Before one law day ceremony, I was called aside by a new admittee who divulged to me that he had committed a duel with his brother with Roman candles. I advised him that I was certain that there was a Roman candle exception to the dueling provision of the constitutional oath of office in Section 228 of Kentucky's Constitution. Surprisingly, he was greatly relieved, and I wholeheartedly believed he needed to join this profession as he was so honest and had so much integrity. Former Justice Cunningham wrote an article on this provision, if you're interested. In it, he supported the retention of the dueling clause for its historic significance, but more importantly, as being reflective of the importance of integrity. But it's the first part of the oath of office that I said hundreds of times that I would direct your attention to. The words, you do solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as you continue a citizen thereof. You are actively swearing to support these constitutions. This is an active duty you are assuming. I know that all of you are constitutional scholars, I can see. You studied for the bar exam. You know every word in both of those documents, don't you? And it's more than square truck flaps and Commerce Clause, isn't it? Even though those provisions ensure our right to travel freely and to contract. Those provisions also ensure fundamental rights to due process of law, to have a system of law that protects us from arbitrary government action, to equal protection of law, to ensure rights and citizens to all of our citizens, and separation of powers. This was unusual, dividing government authority into 3 branches to ensure a balance of power. As my father often quoted, and yes, parents, they are listening to you, because I can still remember hearing him say, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And then the next line of your oath, you'll swear that you will faithfully execute, to the best of your ability, the office of attorney at law. You are becoming a constitutional officer just like the governor and just like these distinguished justices of the Supreme Court. The good news for you is you don't have to run for office or for re-election. Your office and this duty is a life sentence. So how will you carry out this duty and the guardianship of the rule of law? You'll fulfill it every day, just as Chief Justice Lambert has said. When you advise your clients what the law is, why it is what it is, and the possible remedies that are available to them. As you practice law with your peers who now are seated beside you. You'll carry it out as you participate in pro bono activities, in your civic activities, in your church, and even at your child's soccer games. Beware, they love lawyers to be treasurers and presidents. You'll serve your family and your friends that are with you today, and you have the entire bench and bar ready to be by your side and be your mentor. And for some of you, I truly hope that your American dream will include a life of public service. That is the highest honor. The oft-quoted words from President John F. Kennedy's inaugural address, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country, ring true in the hearts of public servants everywhere. We need attorneys to run for office. We need attorneys to work in government service. You today join the profession of Lincoln and Jefferson, the profession of these distinguished justices and their peers on the state and federal bench. You join the profession of past attorneys, current attorneys, and your efforts will ensure the preservation of the rule of law for the next generation of attorneys to be able to fulfill their American dream. As Justice Liebson would always say on Law Day, there are never too many attorneys. There is always room at the top. So, always do your best, aim high, and I will see you in court. Congratulations.
Morning, everyone. May it please the court, justices of the Kentucky Supreme Court and honored guests, I am Todd McMurtry and I am serving as the president of the Kentucky Bar Association. It is my duty and honor to move the court that the individuals who appear before you here today be admitted to the office of attorney and counselor at law and be allowed to appear as such before all courts in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. In support of this motion, I represent that all individuals have successfully completed their academic training. They have been found to be of good moral character by the Character and Fitness Committee, and they have successfully completed examination by the Kentucky Board of Bar Examiners. These individuals are well qualified to assume their office as attorney at law and become members of the Kentucky Bar Association and officers of the Supreme Court of Kentucky. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McMurtry. Your motion is cheerfully granted. But before we go ahead with your oath of office, which I will do in just a moment, I would like to invite Ms. Clary back up here for receipt of the Law Day Award. I can think of no person who would be more appropriate for this award. In fact, I don't know why we haven't given it before, because lovingly, we have always looked to Susan, as we call her, Ms. Clary, for advice on how this whole operation of the Supreme Court has worked. And she has served us so ably over the years, and we are still so proud of you with the work that you're doing for the Commonwealth through your work at the Ethics Commission. Congratulations. Okay, and I want to say to you all, to relieve any anxiety you might have, that the answer to this question at the end of the oath is "I do," all right? So would each of the new attorneys for the Commonwealth stand up, please? And if you would, raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully execute to the best of your ability the office of attorney at law according to law? And do you further solemnly swear that, or affirm that since the adoption of the present Constitution, that you, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within this state nor out of it, nor have you sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have you acted as a second in carrying such a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending, so help you God? Good. Thank you so very much.
You can all be seated. I'm going to call everyone's name who's now admitted, and as I call your name, please stand. Taylor Brooke Allen. Arnaut Jean Alahien. Ava Alexis Aloizos, I apologize. Michael Keith Amos. Veronica Nicole Archer. Carla Guadalupe Bravo. Quentin Lamont Briggs. Catherine Janiyah Brown. Renaya Danielle Perkins. Alexis Mackenzie Kamek. Callum Mackey Case. Michelle Marie Champeau. Taylor Dale Clark. Nolan Cubero. Oh, I'm sorry. Rachel Leanne Costa. I apologize, Rachel. Nolan Cubero. Loandria Julia Dahmer. I'll pause and let them get caught up. You can go ahead and I'll restart here. Rebecca Ann Devens. Matthew, should I call them when they're up there, or should I? Okay. Matthew George Dietrich. Ashton Sinclair Edwards. John Keith Emmetsberger. Robert Freeman Fellows. Victoria Marie Ferguson. Michael Keith Fields II. William Harrison Fisher IV. Amanda Christine Fleming. Erica Lynn Gaither. Jonathan Garnett. Dakota Rose Hardin. Nicholas Dylan Harris. John Hunter Kielty. Connor Francis Legros. Michael Edwin Longfellow. Savannah Ryan Molyneux. Javier Malivai Nelson. Oh, I did? Longfellow? Did I skip one? Sorry. Thank you. Maxwell Donovan McFarland. Cameron Michael Parker. Abigail Marie Jones Patterson. Jamisha Brianna Pierce. Jonathan Matthew Rickett. Lauren Hadley Riney. Christopher Sean Philip Sisheka. Sage Porter Smith. Shane Angelique Sorensen. Zachary Allen Suman. Lakin Olivia Wadsworth. Lauren Elizabeth Wallace. Stevie Simone Howard Whitman. Charles Michael Witt. And Lonnie Logan Yarnell. That's everyone. Thank you.
All right, thank you all so very much, and let's give them all another round of applause. Yay. And if I could ask the new attorneys to stand up and turn around and applaud all your supporters. Some of them may have had to help you with some of your questions. Yay! Thank you. I remember when my son was in law school, he made me talk about the rule against perpetuities while he was in law school, and I thought, oh no, not again. But I know that each of you is so proud of your new attorney, whether it's a friend, a family member. I am so proud of them also. For those of us who have been through the ordeal, if you will, of law school, it is a unique experience, and we hope that you enjoy your careers in law as much as all of us have enjoyed ours. I would like to read and conclude with a quote from former U.S. Chief Justice Earl Warren. It's a little bit of a long quote, but it talks about the practice of law in a way that I think has remained relevant all these years. And the quote says this: "Every man in the court must choose for himself which course he should take. Conformity to the wishes of the powerful would be the easiest by far. To habitually ride the crest and waves through constantly recurring storms that arise in a free government, always agreeing with the dominant interest, would be a serene way of life. It's comforting to be liked, and it would be a pleasure to bask in the sunshine of perpetual public favor. As tempting as that might be, I could not go that way. Of necessity, I chose the latter course because that is the only means by which I could find satisfaction in my work. So many times in life, the only permanent satisfaction one can find comes from bucking the adverse tide or swimming upstream to reach a goal. The fulfillment of that goal, according to my lights, rested on the discharge of my constitutional oath of office. And the federal oath is a little bit different, but it is to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And the judicial oath to administer justice without respect to persons and to equal to the poor and to the rich. I wish for each of you a rewarding and challenging career. You have chosen to be out in the arena doing the work of the law, and I am quite confident that you will excel at your American dream of being an attorney. Welcome to the Kentucky Bar Association, one and all. Thank you. This concluding our business of the court today, Madam Clerk, would you adjourn court?
All rise. This court shall stand adjourned. And please join us for a reception at the end of the hallway. And if you're one of the new attorneys, please stop in meeting room C and get a professional headshot, totally free of charge to you from the KBA. That's a wonderful benefit. And congratulations